Alright, what's up guys? I'm back with another video. Now last week I put up a community post on my YouTube page asking which video you guys were most excited to see, and this video was the overwhelming favorite. So today's topic is all about how to niche down, right? How to niche down when conducting your print-on-demand research. Now that's a term you hear a lot in this industry, especially when you're watching training videos and learning from other people that are in this space. They say you got to niche down, but what exactly does that mean? Basically, what I want to share with you in this video is 3 different techniques that you can do without any paid tools on how you can niche down, right? By finding less competitive print-on-demand niches that then you can make designs for and try and make sales with. So the term just basically means taking something very big and broad and niching it down into something more specific that's more targeted and hopefully with less competition. So we're gonna jump on my computer. I'm gonna go over these 3 techniques. Again, you don't need any tools. I recommend you fill up your coffee cup, sit back and relax, watch the video. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm trying to give back as much as I can to the community. I really enjoy engaging and collaborating with you guys. And for those of you who have voted and helped contribute to some of my posts for ideas and topics, you're gonna see some of that in this video, and I wanna thank you. Anyway, let's jump right on the computer and get started. Alright guys, here we are on my computer, and as promised, I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can niche down while doing your print-on-demand research. Before we get started, I just want to say one quick thing. I'm not checking any trademarks in this video, and I'm not even really checking too much on the rankings. I'm trying to show you guys some broader concepts on what you can actually do online free with no tools on niching down, right? And if you learn these sort of broader concepts, then once you get to your end target, that's when you do your trademark checks. That's when you do your, your rankings checks, and you think of, your very specific ideas. But for this, we're going to get started with technique number 1, which is just finding a sub niche within a larger niche, or ideally finding a sub niche. Okay, so we're going to get started with dogs as our test niche. Okay, so I'm on Amazon.com here, and as you can see, I just typed in funny dog t-shirt. Now this got over 90,000 results. Nobody wants to see that whenever they're doing print-on-demand research. That's scary. So let's narrow it down a little bit, right? Now I typed in dog t-shirts for men. So I've added in a specific target audience or a specific customer group, right? In this case, men. And that brought me down to 40,000, okay? So from here, you can go a couple different ways. You could continue to try and refine your target customer, or you could maybe try and refine your target niche. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So I went to Google and I typed in most uncommon dog breeds, and it gave me a list here, and I just typed a few of these in, and this one jumped out at me. It's called the Legato Romagnolo.
You speak Italian?
I think that's how you say it. It sounds Italian. Apparently that's a breed of dog. I've never heard of it. So I typed that in, Legato Romagnolo shirt, and now we're down to 6,000 results, okay? So now let's add in a target customer, right? Now that we have a target sub niche, let's add in a sub customer niche, right? So now I'm gonna type in Legato Romagnolo shirt for men, and now I'm down to 2,000 results, okay? So just in a couple minutes here, we went from 90,000 down to 40,000, then down to 6,000, down to 2,000, but we can go even further. I want to find a subcategory under men, or a sub-target audience under men. And the first thing that just jumped into my mind was dads, like dog dads, right? That's a very popular thing if you're proud owner of a dog. So we ended on Legato Romagnolo dog dad t-shirts. That is a tongue twister. I dare you to try and say that 3 times fast. But anyway, you can see that brought us down to 939 results. So we went from this really big, broad keyword and niche of dogs and 90,000 results down to under 1,000 by finding a specific dog breed and then finding a specific target customer. And you can see right here, there's Legato Romagnolo dad shirts right here. These are not ads, and the first 3 all have sales ranks. Some of them have reviews. You would then go through these and try and see, okay, is there some room in here? Can I come up with a unique design? Can I find a way to stand out? But clearly that phrase or t-shirt, or excuse me, that phrase is matching to a customer search, and there's products here that you can then jump in that are going to be much less competitive, okay? So let's do another example. Close that out. Okay, the next one I have, and by the way, you guys sent in a lot of great suggestions on my community post. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please give this video a like and subscribe. I try and post a lot, but the next suggestion is another one from that community post where I asked for these broader niches, and it was grilling. Okay, we're in the middle of summer right now. Grilling is very, very popular. So let's go through the process again. So we start off with grilling shirts, and we can see here 60,000 results. That's scary. So now let's add in some parameters. We can add in something before the niche. We can add in a specific target customer. So I typed in funny grilling shirts for men. 40,000 results. Still way too competitive. So now I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to say, okay, I got to find something within grilling, right? So I typed in types of grilling, and you can see here, this is just what Google showed right off the bat. There's charcoal grilling, there's gas grilling, there's smokers, there's portable grills, pellet grills, a couple different options. So I thought, okay, smokers, I like smoked barbecue and stuff like that. So I originally typed in smoker shirts, but that's not really going to bring you what you want. You want to type in, smoking meats. Right? That's what you use on a smoker. You smoke meat. So I typed in smoking meats shirt, right? This is for somebody who likes or is interested in smoking meats, and we're down to 20,000 results, okay? We started at 60, we're down to 20,000. We still got to get something more specific. So then I typed in types of smokers, okay? So we started with types of grilling techniques. Now let's look at types of smokers. And I can see some examples here. There's charcoal, there's electric, but I saw this one, pellet smokers, okay? I know that that's a popular technique or type of grilling that's those pellet Traeger grills over the past couple years. So then we typed in pellet smoker shirt, okay? Now look at there, 604 results, okay? That's an example of finding a sub niche or a sub niche within a very, very competitive, broader niche and niching down, right? And that technique can really work. And you can go through here and see a lot of these using a pellet smoker. There are pictures of pellet smokers. You can go in and then validate this niche by looking at some of the results, looking at the BSRs, and thinking of what idea do you have to enter this niche and stand out among the competition, okay? So that's technique number one, and it's just finding a sub niche. Don't be afraid to open up another tab on Google and educate yourself on that niche a little bit. Look for the, some subcategories, some different types, some of the most uncommon types, some of the most common types, and find a little area and then go back to Amazon and dig a little bit deeper. Always keep your target customer in mind. And hope that helps. That's technique number one. All right, guys, the second method that I want to show you on how you can niche down your research is by combining two different niches, right? So you have a primary niche, and we're going to combine that with a secondary niche. Hopefully that's going to narrow things down and limit the competition. So let's jump on here and let me show you some examples. All right, so we've got coffee as our main niche. Someone suggested that on my post. Coffee is a great example. So, when you type in coffee shirt, you can see here there's 20,000 results. That's very, very competitive. We need to narrow it down. So one of the first things I like to do is by simply going into Amazon in the search bar and typing coffee and then space. I'm not going to hit enter. Now this is a little Chrome extension plugin here that you can use called AMZ Suggestion Expander. It's free. It's a Chrome extension. The link's down in the description. But by typing in the space, you're going to see this is what Amazon is suggesting. Now, not all of these are going to make sense. You can see here coffee and espresso machine, coffee and tea organizer. Those aren't going to make sense. But what about this? Coffee and sunshine t-shirt. That's a very specific dual niche, right? Two niches combined. Coffee and sunshine t-shirt. Coffee and cows shirt. Coffee yoga shirt, right? So you can click on any of these to kind of see what comes up. If I search this one, coffee and cows shirt, we're already down to 537 search results. And sure enough, these are cute little cows drinking coffee, coffee and then cows. Look, this has got reviews, it's got ranking. I mean, this is a niche. This is a perfect example of taking a primary niche, coffee, and combining it with a secondary niche like cows. You can even do something a step further. So if you go to Google, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this, but Google has a thing called a wildcard search. And how that works is you could type in a phrase, coffee and I'm going to put a star here, and I want Google to recommend what to put there. By putting a star there and then clicking your mouse on it, Google is then going to recommend a search query based on what I'm looking for. And a lot of times, these are what people are searching in Google or searching in Amazon. So you can see here, coffee and chaos shirt, coffee and Jesus shirt, coffee and guns, dogs, cardio, blah, 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 blah. Use this wildcard method. Again, all you do is you type in a phrase and then you put a star in wherever you want Google to recommend, okay, based on their search query history, another keyword in replace of that. There's a lot of depth you could go here on this. And anyway, so I can then look at some of these and type them into Amazon to see if anything comes up. So I like this one, coffee and cardio. So I typed that in here on Amazon, coffee and cardio shirt, 140 results. And I can see right here, coffee and cardio. It's got some reviews. Again, you got to go through and kind of look at these to see if there's anything that jumps out at you. One other example on this dual niche here, let's look at nurses. That's another one that was suggested, very, very popular. So if you type in nurse shirts, you're going to see we're at 30,000 results. Way too many, right? Well, what if I just combine that with a secondary niche, right? So I just combined it with nurses and dog moms, right? I have some friends that are nurses. They don't have kids, they have their dogs, their puppies, they work really hard and they want to come home to their dog. And when I type that in, nurse and dog mom shirt, I'm at 872 results. Very, very good, metrics on here. I'm seeing, some low BSRs, very specific. Dog mom by day, nurse by night. Rocking the dog mom and nurse life. This is just an example, guys, just to show you how you can take two different niches and combine them. While I was doing that, you could even take it another step further. If I just, again, go back and click my search bar on Amazon, it's going to recommend other stuff. And look at this. It's recommending oncology nurse and dog mom shirt. So now we've got nurse and dog mom, but now we're sub-niching down the nurse to a specific type, an oncology nurse. So we can click on that, oncology nurse and dog mom shirt, and we're at 125 results. And same thing, wife, dog mom, oncology nurse. Wife, dog mom, oncology nurse. It's got sales. You got to dig through these and find some deeper niches, but this Amazon search bar, okay, is very, very valuable. In my opinion, it's more valuable than any of the paid tools out there. Pay attention to what it shows, use Google, and try and dive in deeper by combining some niches, all right? All right, guys, the third and final method that I have for you on niching down when doing your research is finding specific long tail keywords and phrases within these categorical niches that you're then going to design for and set your title and description for. So let's jump on the computer and let me show you what I mean. Hunting, okay, that was one of the categories suggested on my community post. So you can see here when I type in hunting shirts, I have over 30,000 results. So let's qualify that a little bit. Let's break it down into a subtopic, deer hunting, right? That's another very popular subcategory. And you can see here, now we're down to 2,000 shirts. Now I'm gonna just kind of browse these designs a little bit. And what I'm looking for is some kind of long tail catchy phrase, something that jumps out that I think, oh, that sounds popular or sounds like something that would be appealing or repeatable, right? So I can see right here, this one, I like big bucks and I cannot lie, okay? That to me is a perfect example of a long word, a long tail keyword. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually type that into Amazon. So I'm gonna type in, I like big bucks and I cannot lie, space, and I can see right here it says t-shirt. So when I click that, I can see now I'm down to around 1,000 results, and I see very specific shirts to this phrase. I like big bucks and I cannot lie. I like big bucks and I cannot lie. Very, very specific, and I'm seeing some sales and I'm seeing some reviews, so I'm getting some validation that this is a specific phrase, and Amazon is telling me that people are looking for it. So you got to take your own variation on that and think, how can I create something unique and new? But that's one example. Let's take it another step further, okay? Back to school, immensely popular, very, very competitive. When I type in back to school shirt, I can see here I have 30,000 results. So right away, I'm gonna look for a phrase or something that's gonna make me narrow it down a little bit more, but still going to be something that someone's going to search for, a long tail keyword. So I'm just going to look at this first one here. Watch out kindergarten, here I come. When I type this in, instead of doing kindergarten, I just typed in watch out, and I'm going to just type in second, right, for second grade. And I can see here, watch out second grade, here I come shirt. And when I click on that, I'm getting much less results, 119 results, and I'm seeing designs that say, watch out second grade, here I come. Now this is a perfect example. This person just has watch out second grade, here I come, dinosaur back to school t-shirt, okay? This isn't even that good of design, but they're getting on page 1 from that specific phrase, and that's their primary, it's at the very beginning of their search title, on the title of their shirt, is watch out second grade, here I come. Same with this one, same with this one. Although the second grade back to school niche is extremely big and extremely popular, what I'm trying to show you guys is that you can still rank for these if you design your design to match that keyword, and then you have that keyword as the primary search term in the search bar. A lot of people are going to just search for back to school second grade shirts or second grader school shirt, but there's going to be some people who specifically search for watch out second grade shirt. And if you're optimized for that and your design's optimized for that, that's a way for you to get into what would be a very competitive niche. Okay, another example here for you is hiking, right? So hiking was another one that was suggested. I typed in funny hiking shirts because that's going to give me those long tail phrases and keywords. You can see here I've got over 10,000 results, but look at this first one here. It says, don't follow me, I do stupid things, right? That's a very, very long tail keyword. So what do? I go into Amazon and I type that in, don't follow me, I do stupid things, space, and I can see here there's ATV, shirt, sticker, t-shirt, on the car, parachute. That is called validation. That means that someone is searching for things within this niche, within this specific keyword phrase. So when I click on shirt, I can see here I have 128 results. So I started with something broader like hiking. I was able to find a long tail keyword within that. And then now what I've discovered here is, look at this. This phrase, this long tail phrase, is on all kinds of different popular hobbies. I see it on mountain biking, off-roading, diving, kayaking, dirt biking, you know, all kinds of different things. Any kind of extreme sport, I feel like you could do this. And this is a really, really good niche to end on because a lot of these are very competitive. Again, you're going to want to check trademarks on all this. You're going to want to do your own independent research on your trademark, your copyright, you know, all of that stuff. But the idea here is that you're using the search bar to find long tail phrases and then digging in deeper with those long tail phrases and optimizing your designs around them. So you can see here, these designs, people are searching for don't follow me, I do stupid things. That is the very first thing in the title of this design. That's the most weighted search zone on your description. It's the beginning of your title. It's going to be in your description. You know, that's where you're going to get the weight. That's where Amazon is going to pick it up and show it into your results. Okay? All right, guys, let's do a quick recap here on these 3 different methods that you can use to niche down while conducting your print-on-demand research. So method number 1 is going to be finding a sub-niche. That means taking your broader niche topic and categorically breaking it down into smaller and smaller groups. Use Google to your advantage. Look up lists, look up uncommon topics within that area. Find these sub-niches within the broader categories. Think of it like you're starting with a big topic and you want to break it down into smaller and smaller groups. You can do that with your main topic, or you can do that with your target customer. And eventually you're going to narrow it down until you find something that's less competitive and more target focused. Number 2 is combining 2 niches into one. So you're going to start off with a primary niche and combine that with a secondary niche. You could do this with the Amazon search bar. You could do this by using the Google wildcard method that I showed you, or you could do this by just learning about the niche. Some niches are more compatible with other niches, okay? So for example, if someone is really into computers, right, and technology, there's a good chance they are also into things like science fiction. If somebody is really into fishing, there's a good chance they might also enjoy boating. By learning about the niche and thinking what other niche would go well with this, you can sometimes find some really, really good hidden gems. And the third and final method here is by doing research to find specific long tail keywords and phrases directly related to that niche. This method is a little bit more manual. You've got to look on the Google search results, you've got to look in the Amazon search results, and you've got to look at actual designs to see what kind of phrases and topics are popular. But by doing that, you'll find a very, very laser focused subtopic within that category where someone might use that specific phrase, right, or that specific long tail keyword to find your products. All right. So I hope this video helps. Right over here, if you want to learn more about some of my research methods, they're all free. I recommend you watch this video. But if you want to learn about the Amazon Influencer Program and a new side hustle that I've been doing that is just phenomenal, then watch this video. That one right there. All right. Later, guys.